I realized that I am way ahead of my time. I've noticed ever since I was a child that I didn't really just fit in to society or for my age at every stage of my life. Even though I was exposed to things, the way that I handled it, the way that it didn't make me out to be what my environments were pressuring me or pushing me to be. Not even pushing. It could have influenced me to align myself with what the majority were confining themselves to be. But underneath it all, they were also lying. But I chose to stand by the wholeness of truth, while the average person lived in a delusion. Why they were, yeah, I know I struggled with me being myself, my sexuality, just because I was trying to adhere to the social norms or religious norms, or what is to believe to be right or wrong morally. But I always knew the truth, and I desperately acted on it at times. But I, I never conformed, and it seems like I just can't help but be completely honest with myself. And so later on throughout my life, continuously living, and I'm at this point in my life where I just have to tell my testimony, tell my story, even when others may reject it or question my moral compass. Even though they're hypocrites themselves, with all the stuff that we have all been exposed to through mainstream media, the music. But the thing of it is that it's now come a norm, and now they condition the average person to reject the whole truth of things, just accept certain ones. So it's always been, it's controlled. Even the so-called controversial stuff is really not as controversial because it's still somewhat safe. My stuff, my music, especially the rap, is in some cases it's just too blunt. It's too direct, and I think that it was one thing that had hindered or was hindering me from being considered mainstream, because my stuff is intended to empower and to elevate people and to be completely honest with the duality of this existence, to show both aspects of living, to come to terms with stuff, and to be empowered to live in your truth in respect to the next, while addressing social issues. And I think from both spectrums, especially for the dark, it's a bit too much. And I realized that, and I've tried so hard. Before I even did this rap album, as well as bits of my rap in other albums that I did, Muscle was singing, I've tried to take a more gentle approach for a very long time. And then to be perceived as, oh, you're just fake, or we don't want to pay attention to you because you're trying to be safe. And when I don't be as safe, I'm still perceived as, oh my God, now I'm standoffish, or it's I'm what I say, worthy of rejection. So it's like either way, it's like you can't win with these people. So many people I see. So I question in my head: am I really doing a service or a disservice? It's like either way I go, it's like there's going to be some advantage and some disadvantage. It's like a double-edged sword. So I call myself showing both sides. I try to lean towards more of the positive side to help people to understand the truth and to lay it down on them easy. You know what I'm saying? Versus just rip the Band-Aid off. Because this is one of my rap songs. It's like my album that I did, the True Whisper. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. It's too much. Even for me sometimes. That's why I be hesitant on doing it. Because it requires a lot of dark energy and not giving a damn. And sometimes it's hard for me. On other days, I'm more bold. On some days, I'm like, it's already hard enough to sing, in front of people sometimes. Nonetheless, to rap controversial and inappropriate topics, vulgar at times, or direct or aggressive, because I'm trying to not to make other people feel too uncomfortable or scared or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to run them away. It's just, it's like either it's not enough or it's too much. Like when I'm singing, I don't think it's enough for some people. My vocal wise. So rapping, when I do my own rap songs, it's like the topics are too controversial, too direct. It's carelessly said. It's gonna cause more issues that I'm possibly can be ready for, or cause issues for others. So that's why I feel like I may have to take a different approach to everything. I need to go back to the drawing board and create a new alchemic, I don't know if that's a word, but use my alchemy in a different way to create music where it better articulate what I'm meaning while being easy on the minds and ears of the listener. Not saying my stuff isn't in some cases, but sometimes, like, especially for stuff involving deep topics, controversial topics, it's a way that I can do it. And I call myself, like I said, doing it with some of my singing albums. It's just, I just need to figure out a different approach. Or maybe the universe, God, is just telling me that maybe I don't need to do anything else. Maybe, I guess, I don't know if that's a sign. Maybe this, I don't know if it's a positive sign or it's a negative sign, like wrong or right or Purge, break out the matrix. So I've been breaking out the matrix. Going out of the matrix, going back in the matrix to elevate. And maybe I just need to just stay out the matrix and go back to what I said when it comes down to the Luciferian theory, which is to observe and not act. Observe and learn. Let it fall how it's gonna fall. And of course, I want people to listen, but at the same time, it's like, just let it be.